The funny thing is, this leads to which legend I would like to see have a last ride, and I've been saying it for a while. Even though I don't really want to see The Rock have a last ride because I want to see him for years to come because he's still in tip-top shape. He still can do it like completely. He's in better shape than he was when he was a full-time wrestler. So to me, leading into this particular topic, which legend I would like to see have a last ride, I'm going to say The Rock still because once I've been saying it. The Rock can literally put on dream matches with everybody in the company right now. Like, from everybody in NXT. Like, how many? I want to see The Rock versus Daniel Bryan. Dream match. I want to see The Rock versus Adam Cole. Dream match. I want to see The Rock versus Velveteen Dream. Dream match. You could put The Rock in in a match with anybody right now, and he's going to help elevate the talent because he's The Rock. He's the highest paid actor in the world. And whatever The Rock does, he attracts everybody. Like, not just, he attracts casual fans, he attracts super fans, he attracts people who don't even watch wrestling. He's going to attract everybody to and showcase the young talent to the whole world. And he's going to give us dream matches. So The Rock is the one that I want to see have a last ride. But I want to see him have a full-time last ride where he gives us all these dream matches. I even want to see The Rock versus Randy Orton again. Or in a singles match. I'm not even sure if they ever had a singles match. It's just so many things so many people The Rock can face that it could just be like, it just would be a dream match. Like, completely. Like, it's crazy to me. The Rock versus, what they call him? Johnny Wrestling. The Rock versus, it's like, so many people The Rock can face that it would just be amazing. So The Rock is my wrestler. I'm going to say the legend I want to see have a last ride, but a full-time last ride, and he gives us multiple dream matches.
So would you say you want this to be a full year and a half of The Rock?
A full year?
Just in the WWE? Because I'd like it to be like, a whole year? I'd like it too. I'd actually like him to do a full year, and it's just him just hamming it up, just being the best that he can be, or just him just doing a celebration of The Rock, pretty much. And I'd love to see him show up and just have matches. I'd like to see The Rock versus AJ Styles, The Rock versus Adam Cole in the System. See The Rock versus Tommaso Ciampa. Mm-hmm. I'd even like to see a match between him and Keith Lee. And then on top of that, I would love to see it. The Rock versus Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah, that's the match that may happen that we actually might see at WrestleMania next year.
Or they could be a tag team once this COVID thing pops off. You know,
it's so many dream scenarios with The Rock that I'm like, he's the perfect example of helping put known talent and giving us dream matches. So it's like The Rock is my clear choice. Even though I have a list. I have a big list, but The Rock is my number one choice that I would like to see have a last ride. Because like you said, it's like anybody. The Rock versus Seth Rollins. The Rock versus Kevin Owens. The Rock versus, like, you could just put The Rock against any of these people and it's like, it's going to be a dream match. It's going to be a dream match and he's going to help elevate them. So it's like, he's the easy, clear cut favorite for me.
All right. I'll second that, man. I'll second that because, you know, I feel like no matter how many times The Rock comes back, I never got that definitive, this is it for him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I would like for The Rock to get his this is it moment because I didn't get that when he faced Stone Cold. I didn't get that when he got Johnson, when he faced John Cena. And I especially didn't get that when he was teamed up with Mick Foley at WrestleMania when they had to go up against Evolution. So I feel like if he were to come back and do like a whole actual year's worth of wrestling, I think that would be the best way to bookend it, and we could just have The Rock one last time.
And he just gives us so many dream matches. But I'm curious of seeing which legend would you like to see have a last ride outside of.
I wish he was alive. I wish he was alive because I would love to have Eddie Guerrero have his last ride. Just have a big celebration because I would love to see Eddie Guerrero versus what's it called? We're just talking about thing in my mind. But I would love to see him going up against the Yes Man. I'd love to see
Oh,
that match
Daniel
because they're a
Bryan.
very technical wrestler. Yeah, Daniel Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see him go up against the Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a stable with him with Andrade and Angel Garza. I'd love to see these kind of matches. You know what I would love for him to be? I would love to see Eddie Guerrero in the cruiserweight division. To me, that would be like a dream scenario. And then on top of that, that's what's something I would love to see for a last ride. But if I were to pick a wrestler that's alive, that's still around, and one that I know who can still wrestle and they won't get too injured, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see Booker T get a last ride.
Okay.
Because I know Booker T still got the little gas left in the tank still. And I'd like to see him have a couple dream matches, or just a couple things to show off why he was so special back in the day,
Yeah.
I understand, like, I know Kurt Angle's wasn't that great, but it's understandable. Kurt Angle has went through a couple which should have been career-ending injuries, and on top of that, the man went through some trials and tribulations, and I mean, hey, at least it ended off on a good note. Granted, he did lose to Baron Corbin, but still. I think, Booker T would be my pick. And if it was for somebody to be alive, Eddie Guerrero.
You know, it's crazy that you brought up Kurt Angle, is that I actually have an article that I seen Kurt Angle, or just that was written based around an interview he recently did. And he talked about he wanted his last match to be against John Cena. But Vince McMahon was like, you're already kind of doing this thing with Baron Corbin, so let's do it. Let's end it with Baron Corbin. And it's kind of like Vince was trying to get him to end his career and become GM and all these different things when Kurt Angle was looking just to wrestle. And due to all that time of Kurt Angle being out, Kurt Angle was saying that how with being out, it made him become even more slow in the ring because I guess his arthritis started to kick up. Him not wrestling, not taking any more bumps in a while. It's like it made him become super stiff, and that's what we seen towards the end of his career. So I was pretty disappointed when I read that because I was like, dang, why would Vince do that? Like, what was the point?
I think because Vince was really trying to look out for him, especially because the reason why they had to let him go is because he had a horrible neck injury.
Yeah.
So I can understand like Vince from Vince's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming from his point of view, he was all like, I gotta be pretty much the father or the adult in the situation. I just gotta make sure that this man doesn't get injured on company time, or at least get injured here, and I gotta do my best to put him in the safest environment.
But the thing I think you do though, you give Kurt Angle what he wants though. Like everything Kurt Angle has done for the company, just give him his last match with John Cena, which everybody wanted to see too. We didn't want to see him go out against Baron Corbin. Like, come on. That's the only thing I disagree with Vince with. Like, come on.
I agree with you. He should have ended it with John Cena.
Yeah.
Should have been. I understand. And yeah, it would have been a perfect bookend moment for him.
It could have been even against AJ Styles or Samoa Joe, some TNA type stuff, TNA Day stuff, but anybody besides Baron Corbin, it was just like, it was very random. And then he lost to Baron Corbin. And I was just like, this is the ultimate disrespect. I'm like, what?
Because it's like, I don't want to say it, but Baron Corbin's kind of a footstep, kind of a jobber, because you beat him to get to the higher place. Mm-hmm. That's kind of his purpose. Mm-hmm. He's the kind of guy that's never going to be WWE champion, but you got to get through him to be it.
Mm-hmm. So that's why it didn't make any sense that Kurt Angle lost to Baron Corbin too. I'm like, dang, this is messed up. I mean, I get it. It helps put Baron Corbin over a little bit, but it doesn't even help him no more because the WWE just constantly have Baron Corbin losing. So it was no point now, like, for Kurt Angle to lose, because now it's like Baron Corbin loses to everybody now. So it's like, okay, he beat Kurt Angle, but you lose to everybody else. It don't matter now. So I don't know. But yeah, I do want to let you know my other list though too. Even though The Rock's my main guy, I do want to see a last ride from, dare I say it, Hulk Hogan. I want to see Hulk Hogan face John Cena at WrestleMania. And I want to see Sting have a last ride. I want to see the Undertaker versus Sting match. I'm going to even give credit to a woman In the women's division, I want to see Melina come back and have a last ride. And I got 2 more for you from the men's division. CM Punk and Chris Jericho. I want to see those 2 have a last ride. I don't want to see Chris Jericho end his career in AEW. And I want to see CM Punk have a definitive ending towards his wrestling career. Not the way it ended, as of what we know, him just leaving the company. But like, I want to see CM Punk actually have a last ride where he's full-time and give us more dream matches.
I'm with you on that one. I'm with you.